In this video, we will show you how to replace your battery on your Ford Fusion. Make sure you're wearing hand and eye protection at all times. Let's get into it. To get started on this, we're going to start by disconnecting the negative battery terminal first. Before we start taking it off of there, just have a quick peek at both of the terminal ends. If your terminal end looks like this, it more than likely will have to be cleaned and thoroughly inspected. If it looks like this one right here, it's going to have to be replaced. We'll use an 8mm to loosen this mounting nut just enough that we can remove the terminal end from the battery itself. We'll clean it up, give it a close inspection, and set it aside. Now, when it comes time to cleaning the terminal ends, you can use a brush like this right here and get on the inside. If you don't happen to have this type of brush, you could also continue on with using some sandpaper. Either way, you want to have a clean contact point. Quick inspection, make sure it's not rotted or damaged. We'll set that aside. Continue on and do the exact same thing to the positive. For this one, before you loosen the 8mm headed nut, you need to remove this wire first. To do that, use a 10mm to remove that nut. A quick inspection of the mounting hardware and we'll set it aside. Continue on with removing that wire. At this point, you will want to clean this as well. We'll be using some sandpaper. Just give each one of those contact points a quick scuff. A nice inspection, make sure it's still in good condition. You can set that aside. Now we'll be using our 8mm here. We'll clean and inspect this. Set that aside. With both of those disconnected, we can continue on to removing the hold down. This hold down is held in place with a 10mm headed bolt and a 10mm headed nut. Remove the pair and the hold down. Let's give this a quick inspection. Now on this side, there was the area that had the nut. That will have a hooked end. We want to make sure we pull that out of place and give it a close inspection. We'll set this aside. Now it's time to carefully take hold of the battery and lift it up and out of here. Be careful not to get any battery acid or corrosion on your skin or clothing. Let's get our battery installed here. At this point, the next thing that you need to do is clean each one of your battery terminals that are attached to the battery itself. We want to make sure that we remove any of the coating or debris that might be on these. Now let's continue on with our battery hold down. We have this hooked area. That'll go along a plastic area on the inboard side here. Fits right into a small groove. Go ahead and carefully start pulling that up into the locked position. Slide this down on here. Continue on with your 10mm headed mounting nut. On the far side, we'll be using our 10mm headed bolt. Go ahead and snug them up. On this side, this is the adjustment side. You don't want to continue tightening it till it completely bottoms out. You just want to make sure it's snug enough that the battery cannot move around. Install your positive terminal end. We'll slide that down towards the battery as far as possible and tighten our 8mm headed mounting nut. Continue on to your wire. We'll put that in place and hold it there with our 10mm headed mounting nut. Let's make sure that's nice and tight. Protect this area. Now it's time for the negative battery terminal. When you go to connect this, you might see a small spark. Don't be nervous. Continue on pressing it into the proper position and tighten that mounting nut. Okay friend, we've got the car back together. At this point, you want to start it up and take it for a road test. Now I hope you liked the video, I hope you found it interesting. If there was something in this video that you think might help somebody, go ahead and share it with them. Of course, if you like the video or even love the video, go ahead and smash on that like button for me, it would mean the world. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell. That way there you, all of your friends, can be kept up with all of our latest content. Thanks.